Kiyomi and Micah are some of TikTok's most questionable parents and family channels with a history of unhinged bigotry and a strange obsession with making incest jokes.
If I was Mickey, I'd be like, nurse me for a while.
Which becomes a lot more pertinent when you realize that the two of them are literal cousins. Now I understand that sounds like a whole can of worms and your body might be in shock right now, but not to worry, because I can fix you right up. All you need to do is make sure this video isn't full screen because the UV rays emitting from your phone, television screen, or desktop can be rather challenging. Good rule of thumb is as long as you can see the subscribe button, you're basically halfway there. Then what you actually want to do, and this is the most important bit, is click or press that subscribe button. But only if you're not subscribed, because if you unsubscribe from the channel, then that increases the shock to something more serious, and a lot of the time it becomes contagious. You know, you can get an incredibly contagious disease like, well, according to this family, homosexuality. But you know what? We'll burn that bridge when we get to it. So yeah, stay tuned for that, I guess. I want to give you a quick rundown on who these people are first, though. Here is Kiyomi's YouTube channel. However, it's just a family vlogging channel with the marketing of Kiyomi, who is the mother of this family channel. As you can see, she's got a pretty impressive rainbow in the car over there. I've never seen something like that in my life. Funny that as well, because based on this family's views on homosexuality, like I just mentioned, I find it a little odd that they have such, you know, allyship in their thumbnail. Happy Pride Month, by the way. But aside from that, it's all just, you know, aquarium vlogs, fishing vlogs, filler episode vlogs, day in my life vlogs, that kind of thing, right? Nothing too special. Just sort of standard family channel narcissism, child exploitation, but nothing crazy that we haven't seen before. Unfortunately, it's just sort of normal at a point, as much as it really shouldn't be and is always worth criticizing when you feature your children on screen this heavily and sort of, you know, base your entire career off of them. You've got their TikTok here, and this one gets pretty serious views, an impressive 2.1 million followers. However, when you look at the recent videos, you've got 12 million, 3 million, 9 million, 15 million, 32 million! Jesus Christ, these videos do way better than I remember them doing. This is insane. How old? The kid's adorable. Yous wouldn't know that though, because we will be blurring the children's faces. You can see the top comment here, oh, that poor child. However, funnily enough, they're actually being met with some hostility from a lot of the responses here. What the fuck is wrong with you? Ooh, girl, you're so weird. Get a job, get a life. I don't know, I'm kind of inclined to agree with this original commenter though. This is something I would say about every child of a family channel, really. And then you got the second comment, which kind of explains a little bit of the, you know, aversion to people enjoying this type of content. Anyone else here after the whole family tree being a circle went viral again? Yeah, trust me, that is a topic we will talk about in just a second. And then they've also got an Instagram, but this is, in my mind, the least, I suppose, important part of their social media usage. But it is there, and it has 350,000 followers too. And again, it all just heavily features their children.
This is how Stuni's room's looking so far. And I got some things in the mail for it. Not that many things. I got some sheets for her that I know she's gonna love. And I also got this, which originally was supposed to be for my room, but when she saw it, she just freaked the fuck out. So I'm just gonna put it in her room and surprise her. When she comes in here, she'll be like, oh my god, you're the best mom ever, type shit. And let me show you the sheets I got. They're from Urban Outfitters. Look. Oh my god! These are so cute.
Again, this is just more standard content from them. It's kind of what you'd expect from, you know, standard family channels, I suppose. Look at this comment here, by the way. Just put up a picture of Ryan Reynolds. Anyone who mentions Ryan Reynolds is like one of the first conversations they have with you, you just know is an incredibly boring individual. Funnily enough, wanting to fuck Ryan Reynolds is one of the biggest indicators that the man you're talking to is horrendously heterosexual, which there's nothing wrong with, by the way, but it is a very clear indicator, I feel. I'm gonna close the window. Their most popular YouTube video is 1.4 million views, and it's just them baking banana bread. Which, hey, I mean, I like me a bit of banana bread, but I don't know, it's a little cliche, I guess. Although I suppose they probably contributed to it becoming cliche. Although it was only 10 months ago, so I don't know about that. Bottom line is, these are a very popular group of people. So let's hear their thoughts on gay people. And on Pride Month as well.
What are you going to say?
The gay men are a little bit scarier because they can get you.
Oh my god,
What? They're strong.
Put this in.
Why?
We can't put this in.
Men typically have more muscle, so they
What vlog is this from? What is this, man? I would have thought this was from a live stream or something. That's genuinely what I believed at first, but this looks like it was in a vlog because she's saying I can't keep this in. Why would you decide to keep this in? Why would you edit why would you keep this in? It's so like blatantly offensive.
they can get you.
Oh my god,
What?
Micah,
They're
we can't
strong-
put this in.
Why?
We can't put this in.
Why? No, why not?
I actually...
You can put this in because it's just a fact that men typically have more muscle, so they can get you.
Okay.
What does he mean by they can get you? What does that, I need to like understand what he actually means by that. He can get you, but anything with muscle can, what do you mean? I just don't know what he means by get. He does like this motion here, which kind of implies he means like pounds for you or something. Like an actual lion or predator. Do straight men also not have the capability to get you? Does that not by proxy make straight men scary as well? Why would you just single out the gays? No, I mean that sounds like a jokey question, but I'm being like deadly serious here. Why would you just single out gay men for being scary because they can get you, and your only reasoning is that men tend to have more muscle than women? Because if that's the reasoning you're going behind, then that applies to straight men as well, surely. I just don't understand what your fixation is on the gay men. But anyway, I guess we'll hear him out. But before we listen to Micah's words of wisdom, what if I told you there was a way you can make extra cash just by playing games and using your phone in a manner in which you already are? Well, that's what you could be doing with FreeCash, who are sponsoring this video. FreeCash is a platform that I've worked with plenty before, and I've had nothing but good experiences with them. It lets you earn money by doing simple things that you're probably already doing, like playing mobile games, completing surveys, or testing apps. So what I did was jump on, scroll through the offers, and pick a game. I went with Match Dragons, and you can literally see how much you earn before you even start. Then you just launch it through the app, and as you hit milestones, your earnings track back to your FreeCash account. Make sure you enable app tracking when you start, by the way, otherwise it might not register your progress correctly. What I like is just how straightforward everything is. There's over 5,000 offers on constantly, so you never run out of things to do. And if you do decide to make in-app purchases, then FreeCash is some of the best cashback and boosted reward services available, so you can progress faster and earn more at the same time. And once you hit the $25 minimum, you can just cash out pretty much instantly. I tested it through PayPal and it worked exactly how you'd want it to. You've also got options like Bitcoin, Amazon gift cards, and more, so you're not stuck with one method. But don't take my word for it, FreeCash has a 4.7 rating on Trustpilot with thousands of reviews, so clearly people are using it and really getting paid. Now, if you sign up using my link in the description or scan the QR code on screen, you'll get a $10 bonus after completing your first offer, so it's a nice little head start. And just to be clear, as I always feel is necessary to mention, you are not going to be able to make a living using a service like this, but if you're already scrolling or playing games on your phone as it is, then I would genuinely really recommend FreeCash if you want to make a couple extra bucks on the side. So yeah, if that sounds like something that you would try, then check out my link below, grab the $10 bonus, and I'll probably check back in a week and see how much I've made. Alright, back to the video.
I mean, they'll necessarily try to get you.
Right, but if they wanted to, they could. I'm not worried about lesbians coming and getting me.
You're seeing her, she's like, oh, that doesn't mean they're going to try and get you. So she's on the same wavelength as him, which I guess is why they make such a good power couple. I mean, they're also, you know, related, but we'll get to that later. But they both understand mutually what they mean by get you. Oh, well, that doesn't mean they're going to try and get you. What does that mean, get you?
You know, I'm completely
like,
safe.
yeah.
No, I'm completely safe from them.
Okay, but that's actually one of the main reasons I started deconstructing, because
I don't know if he is, by the way. I know some lesbians who would beat the fuck out of this. No hate, obviously, but I do know some lesbians that would kill this guy.
I started thinking about it logically at some point, and I was like, why don't we allow gay people into heaven? God, what are they doing wrong? God also made them gay.
Sorry, what? This is the context of the conversation. I have to find this fucking video. So is he trying to say, what, you can't let gay people into heaven because they're gonna get you if you do? They're gonna get everyone who's already there. Never in a million years would I have guessed that this is the conversation topic that they were on about. I can't find the OG video. I think it's been deleted, which honestly might be for the best. I don't know why she even put it out though.
Why don't we allow gay people into heaven? God, what are they doing wrong? God also made them gay, so it doesn't make any sense.
But I think it's important not to cancel me for this, because
that's important, by the way. That is of the utmost importance. We can't stress enough how important it is not to cancel Micah for this opinion.
you have to also involve your own well-being in that. And so
Yeah.
there is a scare factor. If somebody sexually
Yeah, okay, alright. Everyone just like, whatever you're doing, if you're like playing Minecraft or sewing or playing The Sims or whatever you're doing, get off of that. Let's sit the fuck down and listen to a scholar talk about why we need to fear gay people and how they're gonna get us, right? Everyone just, you know, listen and learn, because we're about to hear some life-changing shit here. So I don't know, just sort of grab a cup of water, put a blanket over yourself, and get ready to hear the horrors of homo.
It is a scare factor. If somebody's sexuality is people or something like that, that's scary to me.
Okay, all right. I know I said we need to listen and learn, but I've got to stop him there. I need to put somewhat of a pin in this before this goes any further. That's not really a sexuality, is it? Oh, what is your sexuality? Oh, you know, I'm gay, I'm lesbian, I'm bisexual. Oh, I'm a no. What is that? What is this guy's perception of sexuality? Pissed is not a sexuality, you fucking more. What? I can't believe that this is a real thing coming out of a grown man's mouth. I understand why they deleted this now, but again, I have no idea why they kept this in to begin with. Also, this lady here, Kiyomi, said we need to cut this out of the video, but the fact that she left it in, to me, it kind of implies that he said something so introspective and deep and knowledgeable after she thought it was like pertinent to cut it out, that she just had to leave it in. So I don't know, something about me feels as though she was genuinely inspired by this gallivanting about the gays. What a lucky woman she is to be married to the scholar of sexuality, because only a true professor would know about the niche sexuality of. I think the fact that he views that act as a sexuality says is really worrying, dude. I'm not saying that he partakes in that act at all, just to be absolutely clear. I just think that having that thought process is incredibly fucking disturbing.
No. All I'm saying is they like guys like that. That's scary to me, and I would say no.
Yeah, that's what I would do. I think that's what I would do if someone tried to. Well, no. Shut up, man! Shut up! Is that what God does? Is that what God does in the kingdom of heaven when it tries to enter the fucking pearly gates? No, you've been a bad boy. We don't accept your sexuality around here. Also, how is this, like, related or pertinent to gay men at all? Like, am I the only one who finds it a bit strange that, like, he's bringing up as a sexuality as sort of a response to why he is, like, verified in his fear of gay men? Because I don't know, I feel like it's very easy for them to accuse me of putting words in their mouth here, but I feel as though it is a little sus that his justification for being scared of gay men is being scared of. Like, it does seem as though he's equating the two in a manner that I certainly don't appreciate.
Saying is they like guys, and it's intimidating because I'm a guy, right?
Okay, sure. Because I guess I'm scared of, like, straight men, because, you know, you never know who's a. So I can
think about it this way.
View, I guess.
If I was gonna hang out with 5 people, 5 straight dudes is better than 5 lesbians.
Okay, what is this, like, mathematical escapade that he's going on about now? Again, maybe I'm just the idiot here, and his brain is working so many levels above mine that my imbecility cannot even begin to comprehend what this actual genius is talking about right now. I don't like how he sort of wore Kiyomi down, though. Like, if I was talking to this guy, I guess wouldn't even dream of leaving my lips. Never mind that the group most responsible for violent attacks are straight men. No, the gay men are the ones that we need to worry about here. Right, but anyway, let's listen to this sort of quadratic formula-esque theory here.
5 straight dudes is better than 5 lesbians. 5 lesbians is better than 5 straight girls. 5 straight girls is better than me hanging out with 5 gay dudes.
Okay, alright, let's figure it. So 5 straight dudes is better than 5 lesbians. 5 lesbians is better than 5 straight girls. And 5 straight girls is better than 5 gay dudes. So many questions. What does he mean by better, exactly? Like, he'll have more fun with the straight men? Better as in, like, the chances of him cheating on his partner? Again, maybe we'll get some elaboration here. Again, in maths, you need to show your work, so hopefully he does a bit of that.
Right? There's levels to this. The gay dude is the most dangerous to me.
Okay.
Well, statistically, the straight dude is still the most dangerous to you, because the straight dude is most dangerous to pretty much everyone. That's not me saying that straight men are dangerous, that's just me saying that if someone is attacked, statistically, they're likely to be a straight dude. Wait, yeah, this makes no sense. Hang on, he's saying that. So if the straight dudes are better than the 5 straight girls and the 5 lesbians, that means that he believes the lesbians and the straight girls would be more dangerous to him than the straight dudes. So this guy's, again, I don't mean to criticize the professor here, but he seems to have his mindset, his theory, his maths a little bit out of whack. In pretty much every circumstance, you would likely be a lot safer around 5 random straight girls than 5 random straight men. That's not me saying that 100% of the time, one of those 5 straight men are gonna like attack you or something, but statistically, you're more likely to be safe around the 5 straight girls. In fact, you as a straight man, statistically, are likely to be the fucking danger in a room full of 5 straight girls, or 5 lesbians, or 5 gay men.
I guess that makes sense.
Right?
Sure.
So just keep that in mind.
It just
when you're
kind of
thinking
sounds
about-
bad. But I do get what you're
There's
saying.
This is, what the fuck was that? Me personally, if I was married and I was saying some stupid shit like that, I think I'd want them to show me how scary a straight girl could be. Because if they didn't slap me up for saying something so fucking daft, I don't know if that's the relationship for me, to be honest. Look at this TikTok comment. No, I like get his point. How? How? They could have just cut it. They could have just cut the clip. Why would they leave this in? It is really funny, but also really disturbing. Like, these are parents. These are raising the next generation. Imagine your dad saying something like that.
Just be like, I love gay people.
That was convincing. Feel like that? All right, cross it off the list. He's not homophobic. We've cleared that up. He said, I love gay people. On command, by the way. Like a good boy. So yeah, I'm sure we can all agree that completely cancels out the 5-minute long monologue he went on about how gay people are the most dangerous ones of all. The fucking apex predators. Anyway, next pertinent topic. These people are cousins. First of all, let's go over all the videos and evidence that these people are actually cousins. First, we get some speculation of why they're not married, because yes, they aren't actually married. However, despite not being married, weirdly enough, they have the same last name. And it's not a common last name like Smith or Baker or Carpenter. It's Vinning or Vining, I'm not too sure. Either way, not exactly a surname that you hear every day. I mean, what are the chances of that?
I think the reason why Kiyomi and Micah don't want to get married is because they're cousins and it's illegal to get married if you're cousins. Because they're making quite a bit of money on YouTube, so they definitely can afford it. I think their only excuse is the cousin excuse.
Here we get some comments here just proving that they're cousins. They are not cousins. Their families grew up super close growing up. Besides, Kiyomi is literally Korean and Mika's Japanese. Just to be clear, this is all bullshit. Well, I mean, the ethnicity thing's not bullshit, but they are cousins on their white side. So both of them are Wasian. However, they, part of being Wasian is white definitionally, and they're cousins on the white side. Here's a deleted post of Kiyomi posting pictures of her and Mika. This was deleted because, well, look at the top comment, imagine having friends. And then Kiyomi goes on to say that everyone involved in these pictures are her cousins. Now, this was from before the family channel took off. I think it might have actually been before the two officially got together as well. So obviously after getting together, deleting this was sort of important for damage control, maybe. Not exactly something you want out there necessarily, not something that you'd run to the hills shouting and bragging about. You also got a literal family photo from 2015 where you can see the two together. Someone actually spent their time making like a whole family tree for them as well.
Let's start with both Micah and Kiyomi's common ancestor, their grandma/great-grandmother, Kiyomi's great-grandmother, and Micah's grandmother. So we know that Selma got her last name Vinning, or Vining, however it's pronounced, through her husband Ronald. And while they had 9 children, let's focus on David and Walter. Both Selma and Ronald had 9 children. David Vinning marries Hisaye Chung. And by the way, this is on marriage record. So as it says, David Vinning and Hisaye Chung got married. And together they have Joshua R. Vinning. Joshua ends up marrying Angie, and for proof, his birth record has his mother's maiden name, Chung. And this record shows that Joshua marries Kiyomi's mom. So Joshua and Angie end up having Kiyomi. Now let's go to Walter Vinning. Walter marries Mitzi Jean. On this record it shows spouse Mitzi Jean. And both Walter and Mitzi have 6 children, but I was too lazy to write all their names. But we do know that they have Micah and Walter. Walter is Micah's brother. And here it shows Walter. Some people still may be confused, so let me break it down. So Kiyomi is related to Micah through her dad. This would make David her grandpa, and Ronald Vinning and Selma Baker Vinning her great-grandparents. Through Micah's side, this would make these two his grandparents. Since David and Walter are both brothers, this makes David's son Joshua Walter's nephew. And because Joshua, who is Walter's nephew, had a kid, Kiyomi, that would make Kiyomi's dad, Joshua, Micah's cousin. Both Micah and Kiyomi are cousins once removed. Their common ancestor is their grandparents / great-grandparents. Now I hope this helped clarify something, because once again, these are public records, birth records, marriage records. It's 100%, solid proof. Anyways, don't touch your cousins.
Probably some good advice over there at the end. Don't touch your cousins. Even if they are just second cousins, it's just a little odd, especially growing up together as cousins. We've got Kiyomi's brother posting this picture of their great-granddad, who looks suspiciously similar to Micah. But also big up Ronald Vinning for fighting in the Japanese naval battle. What a hard bastard. Have a look at their side profile here. Usually this isn't like a great indicator, but when you add it into this room of all the evidence, then absolutely it does look a little more suspicious. They both have a little bit of an upturn in their nose, right? But it's like, it's again, very similar. There's also an alleged family member of theirs who basically came out and confirmed that they are in fact cousins.
A lot of you guys wanted proof. This is Kiyomi. That's me. That's Kiyomi. Again, that's me. I'm not making this video to hate on anybody. I love Kiyomi. I don't really know Micah like that, but I'm not hating on them. But a lot of people have been saying stuff about the family. Not everything is as it seems. But yes, they are cousins. That's it. It's not their marriage or anything. A lot of people are saying they're not cousins or it's a joke. It's not a joke. They are cousins. So I'm not gonna come on here and air out personal stuff, but don't believe everything you see on the internet. And the cousin thing, you can find that online. It's on her YouTube. It's in some of her old TikTok and Twitch stuff. So, and she did make that comment. Somebody posted it where she said that they are actually second cousins, which they are, and that she was gonna make a story time. But yeah, that's about it.
Okay, we'll have a look at that comment actually, because it's just them straight up confirming it pretty much. Although again, this was a while ago before they blew up in fame, and they have tried to delete a lot of this. You go Kiyomi Vinning, and then you've got, yeah, we're second cousins, and we've been together like 4 years now, but I might hop on Twitch and talk about it a little more if people ask, lol. That's Kiyomi herself pretty much confirming it. Like, there isn't really any backing down or disproving it at this point. It's pretty confirmed now. Now, I'm assuming that we are all aware of why incest is bad, especially when you have children with said incest partner. There are some important things that need clarification. Obviously, the issue is that the closer related you are to someone, the more similar your gene pool is, and the more similar your gene pool is, the more likely the child is to come out with birth defects. It's the same reason why pugs and inbreeding in dogs and cats result in such, sort of violent deformities. Like when you look at a pug or a Scottish fold and they can't breathe properly and they have really short lifespans and it looks as though they've got like wee pigtails and their face has been smashed in with a fucking sledgehammer, it's because they have been bred for dog shows and pure breeding or whatever bullshit people try doing. So that's not to say that all pure breeds are unhealthy or like or suffering breeds. I think Maine Coons are notoriously, quite healthy and strong. But there are certain breeds like pugs or bulldogs, I think, like French bulldogs or English bulldogs, I'm not quite sure exactly. But there's a lot of breeds where yeah, the inbreeding has fucked them completely. And that's because it's a constant mishmashing of gene pools that are so closely related to each other that a potentially harmless recessive gene for a negative quality or deformity can quickly become what is essentially the confirmation of said deformity to take place. And the same thing applies to humans. Although I will say, of course, the main risk with incest is with very direct families, such as sisters, brothers, mothers, fathers. That's not to say that there is no risk when it comes to cousins, just to be clear. I believe that with typical marriages or typical child birthing, it's like a 1 to 2% chance of of birth deformity or defect. I'm not sure exactly what the scientific term is. I probably should. Yeah, so it's 2 to 3% for regular married couples, and it is 32 to 44% risk of severe birth defects for sisters and brothers and mothers, or like full siblings and parents and children. With cousins, it is a lot closer to the completely unrelated like family members, I guess. members. I say family members as in husband and wife, not, or boyfriend, girlfriend, or just strangers, who fucking knows at this point. Depends on your living situation. I believe with cousins, it doubles from 2 to 3, so it's like 4 to 6%. But I'll double check actually. 5 to 6%, yeah. So not a huge difference overall, but definitely enough of a difference to where cultures that sort of are very much normalized, like interfamilial or cousin type marriages, definitely will see an increase in severe birth defects. And this is something that has been pretty widely studied and researched and collected data-wise. However, Kiyomi and Micah aren't even first cousins, they're second cousins. So this, this percentage chance is gonna be a lot lower than 5-6%. It's only 1.7 to 2% higher than for unrelated couples, in fact. So to act as though they're putting their children in like imminent danger, I do feel is disingenuous and kind of a grim thing to say about two parents who are trying to raise their children, I guess. Like, it is a horrific accusation to say that they are endangering their children with severe birth defects. I also think it's quite an ignorant or uneducated thing to say as well. The fact is that the reason we find this uncomfortable is because intuitively, the idea of cousin marriages is grossly uncomfortable, and I feel as though that is for very good reason. Like, I don't know if any of you grew up with your cousins, I'm sure a lot of you did, but the idea of marrying or engaging in any type of sexual manner with those people fucking disgusts me. So I definitely don't blame them for trying to hide this part of their marriage, I suppose. What I cannot understand, however, is the amount of incest jokes that the two actually make in their content. That's where it gets to a point where I'm like, because I've already got an issue with second cousins marrying and having children with each other and stuff. I get it, it is relatively normal, in my opinion, unfortunately. I find it uncomfortable, but I guess whatever. To an extent, right? I hope you understand what I mean here. However, I genuinely could not wrap my head around why these two people would make jokes about incest on their channel when they know that they're second cousins and they know that this is a real worry people are having. It's like they are absolutely taking advantage, they are exploiting the genuine concern that people have for their children by taking the piss.
Man, if your mom was hot though, like nurse me till I'm 18. You know, like if I was Mickey, I'd be like, nurse me for a while.
Okay. Stop. Like, wild to me.
Okay, if your mom was hot though, like nurse me till I'm 18.
What? Alright. Kiyomi, I've got some advice for you. I usually don't, I'm not a pretentious bastard. I don't want to give like YouTube advice to everyone on this channel. However, I would recommend every time Micah says anything in your videos, just cut it out. Everything he says, just cut it. This shouldn't be a family channel. You don't get your children off the channel, get your husband off the channel. Just get in front of the camera and just chat. I do a similar thing. I've got my husband Hakeem over on the side over there, but every time he says something, it's about as dumb as what Micah says, so I just cut it out every single time. Oi, Jesse, tell him how much we fucking hate the French. Shut up. You're never going to be in one of these videos ever. Just shut the fuck up and let me walk. Shut up.
I kind of low-key wish you were my mom, dude.
I know.
But then I couldn't have you as a girlfriend.
Okay, at least we know where the line is, though. It's somewhere in between cousins and mothers. So somewhere in between there is where he draws the line. Me personally, if it's public knowledge that the two of you are, even if it wasn't public knowledge, if the two of you are fucking cousins, and when I say fucking cousins, I literally mean in the most, in the most practical sense possible, fucking cousins. Maybe just leave all of the potential incest humor out of the videos. Please, I'm begging you. Especially, by the way, when Kiyomi was lusted after by Micah when she was 14 and Micah was 18. And we learn this in a beautiful video in which, once again, they should have just fucking cut out what Micah said!
Also, Mike is not a groomer.
I love that. What an intro to a video. What an intro. Imagine being a family channel and having to intro your video with, by the way, the father of this fucking family channel isn't a groomer. Don't worry, guys. And then you pan the camera over to them, expecting them to say, yeah, I would never even dream of grooming. What does Micah say? Again, we know how much of a silver-tongued devil he is. What does he say? I bet it's some intelligent, inspiring shit.
And like Kiyomi when she was like 14, though. I don't know if that means anything. Is that funny, no?
So he's not amused.
Okay, so you had a crush on her when she was 14, and again, she's your cousin! Where'd you ever cross the fucking family meetup? You go out for your whole you go out with your whole family for a roast dinner or whatever Asians do, I don't fucking know. So, oh look, there's the girl you have a crush on. That's never something you want to hear at a family reunion. 18 years old, having a crush on your 14-year-old cousin. Fuck me. Can you believe the sound of that? That's actually direct. I can't believe that shit.
She's inbred. I'll show you right now that she's not. Wait. Oh my god. Micah.
No.
She is inbred. Why are you inbred, dude?
See, again, this is just not a joke you should be telling when the two of you are actually cousins, second cousins, whatever. Just leave the incest stuff. They pre-planned this joke. They thought, oh, lovely, we're gonna make a response to all the incest accusations. Let me just gather the fucking props and plop a bit of bread on a fucking baby. This'll be a banger of a video. They will love this one. Make sure you tell them about how you potentially borderline groomed me as well, please. Oh my god, there's more clips, man. You know what we should do? On Shepherd Boy, the live stream channel that you should all absolutely go subscribe to. We upload there basically daily, usually twice a day. We should just watch one of these vlogs and listen to everything this fucking weirdo Micah says. Because he seems to be just liquid gold for commentary channels. Every time he says something, it's like sweet, sweet honey for the ears. It's just so easy to point and laugh and be like, damn, what a weird twat.
Could go and come back and be like, yeah, I got a vasectomy, and not have gotten a vasectomy, and then I get a third baby. And it's
What the fuck is wrong with you? That is not funny. It's not funny. It's not funny. It's actually not funny.
That's not funny. That's like that's really bad. That's like really bad. Maybe, you know, not everything needs to be online. Not every funny joke or witty remark this boy makes needs to be put online for millions to see.
You could definitely get a snake bite, Kiyomi. I just would be
I think
upset.
it would look Can I get two?
I'd be a little bit upset.
Can I get both of them?
You can do that. I would just be a little bit upset.
See, I don't want you to be a
It
little
would
bit
hurt me
upset.
inside.
In case you're wondering why I'm not just going and doing it professionally, Micah said no to that because it costs too much money.
Oh god. If she wants to spend money on a septum piercing, just let her do it. She's a grown-ass woman. I mean, I understand you met her at 14, so you might still see her as the teenager that you know and love. But, you know, she's in her 20s now. If she wants to get a fucking septum piercing, then she can they're not that expensive, dude. I think he's also weirdly controlling about her tattoos, too. But yeah, this is her talking about getting, the tattoo experience, and then she sort of gives some input on what Micah was doing.
Weird. I would not expect that, but anyway, so yeah, there's that one. This one I got with my friend Gabby, which was also a people pleaser tattoo. Here it is. I think, what was I gonna get originally? I was gonna get something else originally, but I don't remember. For some reason, like it did not work out. So I just was like, fuck, what do I get? Because I'm here with my friend. And like, I want to get something. So it's literally like the knife from Valorant. Wait, is this where it's at? Yeah,
it's Jets throwing knives.
It's literally a fucking Valorant tattoo. And then I wanted it like on my back or on my leg right here. But Micah was like, no. He was like, no. I was on the phone with him and I was like, well, I just like it here and I think it will look cool. And he was like, no. Which is dumb because it's my tattoo. And then the tattoo guy was like, well, it's your tattoo. You just do what you want. And I was like, no, I can't.
Wait, I don't remember that at all. I thought I was supporting you.
I don't remember that at all. I thought I was supporting you. I guess that's support in his mind. No, don't do that.
Are you serious?
But times have changed. That would not happen now. It was super awkward because...
No, it went more like, you can get your tattoo wherever you want, babe.
Mm-mm.
It didn't?
No. But it's okay. You're my bae for life.
Detectives will be working overtime for centuries to come to figure out which version of these stories is the correct one, which one fits more in line with reality. I've got a pretty good theory. I feel as though, based on everything we know about these people, Kiyomi's telling the truth and Micah's full of shit. And look at his face. The consternation in that fucking gob of his, there is not a singular thought behind that fucking skull. Other than, I wish they didn't get the Valorant tattoo. That's a pretty cool tattoo, actually. I've been thinking about getting a tattoo recently, but I just know if I start, I wouldn't be able to stop. I've had this really weird fantasy of like getting super fucking jacked and then getting loads of like really feminine tattoos. I genuinely think it'd be pretty gnarly, but I just don't know how long that would actually be appealing to me. Because I'm not even taking the piss or being ironic. I honestly think it'd be cool as fuck. Maybe one day. I think I'd start with a spine tattoo or something. God, that'd be so rad. Anyway, here's them taking edibles and then driving with their kid in the car? What?
Now we're going to Santa Cruz. We're gonna go get some kava kava, which is a Hawaiian drink that makes you very relaxed.
Tastes like dirt ass.
So in our last video, we tried to become
Nothing this man says makes any sense. It tastes like dirt ass. Dirt don't have an ass. This guy is just subhuman IQ. I don't think of it, like he's never, I have never heard him say anything like slightly legible. Just everything this man comes out with, he's a fucking, he's a real sublime bit of nature, this guy.
alcoholics, and we didn't like it because we felt hungover the next day, which is naturally what happens. Today, we're gonna try to become stoners. Let's Lady in the Tramp it.
Oh! I can't. Maybe just pass it to me.
Hopefully we don't start tweaking.
Yeah, this is Kiyomi's birthday vlog. So,
Kind of.
this is just Kiyomi's day. We're just gonna do whatever she wants to do.
My day!
And I think she's still trying to cope with the roommates, so we're trying to figure out, like, man, you might just need to take a Xanax.
And yeah, there's just a kid back there, by the way, like straight up, as they're driving about getting stoned. Like, come on, how, again, why do you upload this? How do you not realize that this is a fucking horrid idea? Both morally and, like, for PR. How'd they have millions of views and no one's pointed out how fucking horrible this is? Also, have a look at this interaction.
The lady right in front of us.
She was literally walking right next to us. She was just like, Suni.
Well, hyperfixate on.
Hi. Hi, sorry.
She like screams out,
That's weird, man. That's not funny. That's weird. Imagine your kid getting recognized and screamed at by random people in public before you. Like, you're the fucking parents. You're the ones who should be on camera most of the time. Why is your child being recognized more than you are? That's fucked up, dude. That would worry the shit out of me.
She was like, sorry, I'm chronically online. It was just funny because she like pointed directly at us and just yelled Suni.
Okay, you know what's really funny? Every time I get recognized, it's like about Suni though. Like,
is that funny? I don't know if that's that funny. It seems a little fucking deranged to me. God, I love that 7-Eleven. I wish we had 7-Eleven in the UK. Little off topic. Just want to find sort of a diamond in this garbage dump.
Recognized this girl just came up to me and she like looked at me and she went, "Is that Suni?"
Hi, Ava. Do you know that man?
Happy birthday, Ava. 8 already. Looks like you had a ball with your friends.
Ah, I see you're back playing football Thursdays, Ava. Hope your dad picks you up on time for once.
This is how Kiyomi and Micah live their life. And look at these parents. This is how you're meant to react when everyone recognizes your fucking kid. They were smiling. They were cheesing ear to ear. This, I feel, is a more reasonable reaction, this one here.
Every time you share their life online, you risk sharing their personal data with the world. Pause before you post. A message from the Data Protection Commission.
Good shit, man. Big up Ireland for that data protection advert, I guess. See, they're no stranger to incest either, but that don't mean that you can't have morals. I don't know if that can stay. Fuck it, keep it in, Naz. We're like almost at the end of the video, so who's even gonna make it to this point? It is quite bad, though. It's true, though. It is true. I can't talk. I'm fucking Middle Eastern. Here's Kiyomi vaping while 6 months pregnant, by the way. Just a little cherry to end this video.
Can I hit? Please.
Yep, just a wee 3 seconds of fucking bollocks. On the 60 egg challenge story highlight on the Instagram, I guess. We PSA, don't smoke or vape whilst pregnant. I don't even give a fuck if you're an addict. Like, I have sympathy for addicts, of course, but when you're pregnant, you gotta fucking get over yourself and stop doing that shit. I know people who have smoked like 30 cigarettes a day, complete addicts, and the second they have a kid or the second they realize they're pregnant, immediately just terminate everything. And that is how it should be. I've got very limited sympathy for people who succumb to their addictions whilst pregnant. But anyway, I feel as though that is pretty much everything we have to talk about in regards to Kiyomi and Micah. So, as always, hopefully you enjoyed the video. If you did, be sure to like, comment, and subscribe, and I will catch you all in the next one. Bye. And remember to use my link in the description or scan the QR code on screen for a $10 sign-up bonus using free cash.